All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in period 5, and today you're going to be working on a tile map. All right, so how many people in here know what a tile map is? How many people know what tile mapping is? Okay, go ahead and explain it. What is it?
What?
Yes. Right. So when you guys play a video game, yesterday you created your sprites, and you created them with a, what's the gray stuff in the background, the gray checkerboard, what's it called? Alpha channel. So when you create a sprite, remember, sprites are what shape? Square. Every single sprite on the planet is out there is a square. Okay, are you guys with me on that? Pac-Man is a square. The ghost in Pac-Man is a square. But because we add alpha channel to it, it no longer looks like a square. It looks like the alien shape you created yesterday. Who understands that? That is now part of your understanding inside of Gimping and Photoshopping. Are you with me? But everything is a square. So you are correct. Every single game are now created with a lot of them. A lot of these video games are created with tile maps. Okay? Do you guys see this right here? Do you guys see how these are in squares? Okay, let's look at this one. This is very clear here. This one is created with squares. You guys see me? Yeah. So, and then this tree, because it has what's behind the tree, an alpha channel on it can sit on one of these tile maps. Okay? All right, so who understands this? So yesterday you made a 16 by 16, or I'm sorry, a 4 by 4, which is 16 sprites. That's how many you were supposed to make yesterday, right? If you only have 10, then you're not done. I'm gonna give you a grade on. You're supposed to do 16. So today we're moving on, and we're going to do a 16 4 by 4 again, but we're going to do a tile map. All right. And do you guys see how these has paths and like turns and okay? So let me find a good one. Okay, yeah, here's a good one, right? This is a simple one. Do you guys see this tile map? Yeah. So when you write computer programs, when we wrote programs in Visual Basic or in Java, we could simply take the tile map and make the map of the game with the tile map. Okay? And by the way, next week, you're going to make the tile map for Pac-Man. That's the Pac-Man challenge you get into. And then we're almost done. Once you make your tile map, then we're ready to start creating our Android app, and then we're ready to go, okay? So how many people in back in the day, back when you guys were young, how many people ever had an electric racetrack or ever played with one? Okay? So I'll Google it, electric racetrack, race car. Okay. Have you guys ever seen these before? Yes. Okay. So, how do you make these? How do you make these?
You stick tracks together.
Does it come? Does it come like this? No. How does it come in the box? Right. Okay. So here's the box, right? Okay. That is not how this thing comes. This thing does not come like this. How does it? How do you put it together? Okay. So today, what we're going to do is we are going to make the pieces of the puzzle. We're not putting the puzzle together. Are you with me? We're making the pieces of the map. We're not making the map. Who understands that? Okay, nobody. I only have 3 people raise their hand. Let me ask that one more time. Okay, we are making the track pieces today, We are not making the track. Who understands that? Isaiah, you don't get it? Okay. So, since we're going to combine yesterday's sprite sheet with today's sprite sheet, by the way, that's going to be another lesson of learning how to combine sprite sheets, right? Copy and paste. That's another thing you have to learn how to do. Okay. Today, we're going to go ahead and start with the new 64 by 64. And we're going to blow it up. Just put it down. Yesterday we did 64, so today we got to do 64. Okay? How many people are learning that the view show grid is your friend? Okay, good. Show grid is my friend. Okay? Today you're going to have to show the grid. Okay? So how many people know how to do show grid? All right. So actually, I'm going to make two pieces here. So let's go to image, canvas size, just so that I think you guys will understand it a little bit better if I do two. So I'm going to go to 128. I'm going down to all layers, and I'm going to go resize, and there you go. And now I can go to image, view, show grid. And now I go to image, configure grid, and one box is 64 by 64. Okay, there are my two boxes. How many people see my two boxes, and how many people have their two boxes created? 64 by 64. What is 64 by 2? And by the way, if you guys can't do the math, I'm not holding that against you. But I do hold it against you that you can't break out a cell phone or go to Google and say, what's 64 times 2? Because you guys got to quit asking me, what's the size of it? Who's the developer? You. Me. You got to start taking responsibility for what you're doing. You are the developer. By the way, could I do 36 by 36 in here? Could I do 30 by 30? Could I do, can I do whatever size I want? Yeah. I'm only doing 64 by 64 because yesterday we created aliens that were 64 by 64, and I want those aliens to sit directly on my map. Are you with me? Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna confuse you. So I'm gonna Control Z this. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go to Control Z, and I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go back to one block. I'm gonna start with 1. I think you guys know how to adjust the canvas size by now. I'm gonna start with 1 here. Okay, so. When you do tile maps, let's go back here. The big thing with tile maps.
So we don't need our canvas size twice as big?
No, not yet. I got a little ahead of myself, but it's okay that you know how to do it, and that's good. Let's go back to tile maps. So the big thing with tile maps is let me go to Mario. So let's go to Mario. Mario sprite sheet. Okay, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do here to do. So let me find a good one that I use. There it is right there. Okay, do you guys see this? Do you see what's in the bottom here? What are those at the bottom? Those are the tiles. Those are the tiles for the tile map. Are you with me? So his entire screen is made up of what you see at the bottom. Is that a lot? It's not really that much tiles, right? You just take a couple pieces of track. Could I double them and duplicate them in the program? Yeah. I can go to each block and say, hey, okay, I want this first gray one here. Okay, I want another gray one here. Okay, I want another gray one here. Are you with me? But how many tiles do we have to make? One. One of each. Are you with me? So today, I need you to focus because I'm going to show you how to do the streets and curves. And that's the hard part because that's where logic comes into play. And I'm finding that a lot of people, because we go to an academic situation where we're spoon-fed all the time, people don't have logic anymore. Are you with me? Are you with me? So I'm going to show you some not only Gimp things today, but I'm also going to show you some logical things today. And that's ones you need to pay attention to because you're going to do the Pac-Man challenge maybe tomorrow. Okay? All right, so I'm going to do a street here. Okay? And the easiest piece of the street to do is a cross section where you guys ever gone to an intersection and all four streets meet? Okay. So that's the easiest thing to create because once I create that first, hello, can you focus on what we're doing here? What are you on? Okay. Don't need to do that right now because you need to focus on this right now and then go do that for homework. Are you with me? So, guys, you know what's wrong with being one thing behind? You know what's worse than being one assignment behind? No. What's worse than one assignment is two assignments behind. Are you with me? So fine, you're already behind on one assignment. Don't get behind on two. Are you with me? Do the one today and then go back and do the one from yesterday. Are you with me? Don't get two assignments behind. Now there's two things you got to do. Okay, so here we go. Back to Gimp. Who understands what we're creating today? All right, so I need to use my brain here. We need to use our friend, the show grid, to help us with this project. Are you with me? So 64. We need to divide up 64 in manageable blocks. Okay? So I'm thinking if we divided it up into quarters, does anybody know what 1/4 of 64 is? 8 times 8 is 64. That's an eighth. 16. 16. So here's what I'm thinking. If we go back to image configure grid and we make this a 16 by 16 grid. Boom. Okay. Does that look good? Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay? This makes my life easy. Are you with me? So here's what I'm going to do, right? So I now can take, you guys know me, I love my lasso, right? So I'm just going to lasso this guy. I'm going to go here. Okay? Or if I wanted to, I could go like this. Boom. I could even do curves in here. Okay? So, uh-oh. Control Y. All right, so I'm all screwed up. Let's start over. All right, so this takes a little bit of skill here. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to start clicking. And I'm going to do a little curve down in here. And then I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to curve this up into here. And I'm going to go up. And I'm curve this piece over into here. Jump over 2 blocks. Curve this piece up over in here. And I'm going to come down. And by the way, that was awful. So if you guys ever mess these up, you can just drag them back out. You guys see how I can bend them back out? Yeah. All right. All right, and then I come down and I can shut the door. And now I can go into here, into my blend tool, okay? Or you can go into your paint can, right? And now I can pour, let's say I want this pattern fill in here. Let's say I want my streets. I want my streets. Which one of these do you think looks like streets? The black one? Yeah, I like this one right here. The pebbles, I think, will look good. Okay, so I'm going to take my pebbles and boom, there is my street. Now, what's along the side of the road on streets?
Sidewalk.
Maybe a grass, maybe a yard, right? So now you can go back into here, right? And you could pour this guy. So now you can go select invert, and then I can start pouring my grass in here. Okay? So everybody see what I just did? I just made an intersection where my streets can come together. Okay? Who understands what I just did? Okay? Now, watch this, and I'll let you guys work here for a second. Okay? Now we're going to go to Image, Canvas Size. What are we going to do? Double the canvas size. Double the canvas size. Go to All Layers. Which layers do we go to? All layers. We're going to hit Resize, and there it is. Now watch this. I want a street to connect with this guy. Are you with me? So I'm going to go get my my free select tool again. Okay, and I come over here. I come over here. And now I want this piece of my street to go up left and curve into my road. This is going to be like a left-hand turn here. Are you with me? And now I can go up here and I can go to my paint can. I can go and get my street. Okay, there's my street. I can go into select invert. I can go get my grass. And boom. Do I have a connection piece with the street now? Yeah. Can I connect with that street? Will these connect now when I tile them? This is why you got to use your grid, because these pieces have to line up. If you have two streets that don't line up, okay?
Wait, how'd you get the texture?
She has a question. Go ahead.
What?
What? Say it again.
Configure grid. Those look like copies.
128. Okay. So now I can go to my image canvas size again, add on another 64. So 64 and 128 is 192. You guys got to be able to do math in here. Go to all layers, hit resize. And now watch this. This gets pretty easy. Okay. So everybody watch. Don't do yet. Don't do. Just watch. You're not watching. I don't see everybody's eyes. I will let you go back and do this, and I will walk around when I'm done with my video. Can you just watch right now? Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take my free select tool, and I'm going to drag a free select tool perfectly around the 64 by 64 block. How do I know that's a perfect 64 by 64? Because the rectangle, can you guys look down at the screen? PJ, can you walk up there for a second? Right next to the blue block. The blue, yeah. Does it say 64 by 64 down there? Yes, it does. You guys see this down at the bottom? You have your numbers of your free select tool at the bottom. And when I get to a perfect 64 by 64, that's when I know I got a perfect 64 by 64. Are you with me? I'm going to release. I'm going to hit Control-C. I'm going to hit Control-V. And I'm going to drag this guy over here. Now, this is another tool you have to learn. Do I want this piece of road here again? No, but what can I do to it? You can rotate it. Are you with me? You can rotate it. So now you come over here, you go to rotate, You go to your rotate tool. It's the one that says rotate. You click on it, and right here I can say, okay, rotate me 90 degrees. Boom, okay? Sometimes it doesn't work all the time. I don't know why. So you guys want to rotate. Go to 90 degrees. Hit rotate. Okay, and there you go. I rotated it. If it doesn't work, just slow the machine down a little bit. Okay. Now, so now I have one that comes out and goes down, comes out and goes up. Are you with me? All right. So you have to come up with every piece of the street. Okay. And you guys, if I was you, I'd take out a sheet of paper right now. You got to figure out how many of these pieces you need. Okay. Stop what? Who's doing that? What are we doing? Okay. So you guys now have to make, and if I was you, I would go to a sheet of paper right now, and I would write down what are all the pieces you need. Are you with me? Okay. Every road, if you go north, you got to be able to go north and then left. So you got to be able to go north, up, left. You got to be able to go up, right. You got to be able to go east and then north and then east and then south. Are you with me? You got to be able to go south and then west and then south and then east. You got to be able to go west and then north. You got to be able to go west and then south. Okay? What other pieces of this do I need? 256. All layers. Okay. I'm going to go to view. I'm going to go to image, canvas size, and I'm going to now start working at the bottom here. So this is going to go to 64, 128, right? All layers. So here's another easy one. How about a straight piece? Do we need a straight piece of road? Yeah. So we need a straight piece of road. So I'm going to go right down here. Okay. Anchor that guy. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to select this guy. Okay. Select it. That was too big. It's a perfect 64 by 64. Okay. And then down here, I can start taking this guy right here. I can go straight line here. Go straight down, straight over, straight up, straight across. Go get my paint can. Go get my gravel. Pour in that street. Is that a vertical connection? Yeah. Yep. Okay. And what can I do now? I probably need to go here, okay, and select this. And now I can take my paint can. I can go get my green grass. Pour that guy in there. Pour that guy in there. Boom. I now have a vertical piece. Okay. Could I copy and paste that and make it a horizontal piece? Do we need a horizontal piece of the road? Yeah, we do. Okay, so now you guys can go and select, blow this guy up. And I can go right here and select this guy. Make sure you get a perfect 64 by 64. Why is that 50? Oh, that's why. You guys got to really try hard to make this a perfect 64 by 64. That's a perfect 64 by 64. Control C, Control V, drag it over here. By the way, is it gonna fit with that guy? Yeah, it matches up. Okay. And now you're going to go to your rotate tool. Where's my rotate tool at? Rotate. Start to drag him.
So you need a piece that floats too. Like you need an intersection, you need two straight pieces.
You need all the curves, right?
Like this.
Looking good. I'm not sure you have them all though.
I got all the
So start with your cross section, right? You got to come up and go left, up and right, and then you got to go east, up, east, south, and then just take an arrow, right? Start with your intersection, up, left, up, right, right, and just make sure you're coming out of the intersection and going both directions. Does that make sense? So you're not understanding what I'm saying. So let me draw it here. So I'll put it on the video so you guys can understand what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to do a very, very, very simple sketch up here. Are you guys with me on that? Okay. If it ever loads. Okay. So here we go. Let's open a blank. Where is my blank at? Create new. Okay, here we go. So and this is what I was saying. This is a good thing to do. Okay, so let's say this is your cross section, right? That's your intersection. Are you with me? You need a piece that comes up here and goes like that. You need a piece that comes up here and goes like that. Are you with me? You need one that comes out of here and goes up.
But yours aren't connected. You're not connected.
Because I'm making tiles. Did they connect back here? Did they connect right here? Yeah, they connect. These streets connect.
So you don't have to have them connected. You have them all.
This is just a tile. Once again, this goes back to what I'm teaching here today. You are not making the map. What are you making? You're making the pieces of the map. Are you with me? This piece does not have to connect with anything. Because I'm not making the map. I'm not making what the racetrack's going to look like. I'm making all the pieces that go into the box to get shipped off. Who understands that? And now you got to think and create all those pieces that go into the box to get shipped off. Okay? So that's why I'm, so you got to have all these. So that's 1, 2, 3. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces right there. You also need a straightaway piece. You also need a piece going up and down. That's 11, and now you need 5 more pieces. What else could I do in my tile map? Well, maybe you want water. Maybe you want a bridge. All right? How could I make a bridge? You guys ever seen a bridge going over water before? Okay, so what is a bridge? How would I make a bridge in my tile map? Okay, so really the bridge has to be the same width as what? The street. The street meets the bridge. The bridge has to be the same width as the street. So if I was going to do a bridge, it would look something like this. All right. So so I would come down here and I would highlight a box that I want to work in. Okay. And now I'm going to come down here with my free select tool. And this is going to be my bridge. And then I could go into my paint can and I could go find some wood.
Do yours have to put, can you just go like this?
Okay. That might be my bridge. Or I don't know, that one might be my bridge. Okay, Control Z. Maybe you want this to be your bridge. Are you with me? A wood bridge. Now I have a wood bridge, and now what do the bridges go over? The water.
Or streets.
Okay, so more than likely a bridge is going to go over water, I think. So I'm going to go select invert, and then I'm going to go get some water. Okay, and there's my bridge. Okay, so I just made a bridge. You understand what I just did? Maybe you have a bridge going the other way too. Maybe a bridge is not only going north and south, the bridge is going east and west. Okay? And by the way, could you make your bridge kind of fancy?
Yes.
Yeah, you could. You could come in here with your free select tool. All right? And you could free select this region, maybe. And you guys could go to your paintbrush, okay? And let's go to a really deep, like what looks like the rails of a bridge. Okay? And then if you want to, you could copy and paste that guy. Okay. Or if you guys wanted to, you guys could use your paintbrush too, or your pencil. Okay? You don't have to use. This might be a good place where you use the pencil. Double click on the pencil and make it, I don't know, like 10 pixels. No, that's too big. Yeah, it's too big. How about 5 pixels? And I could go get some, you go get a color in here. Okay, and then you guys can select invert, get back into it. And you guys can click away here, and now I can put rails on my bridge if I want. I don't like doing that. You guys know me. I can't stand using the pencil. I don't like it at all. So I'm not a big pencil guy. Okay? I don't like using the pencil. I would much rather come right here, right? And use my free select tool and just go and draw some straight lines with my free select tool. Make a region. And then pour some cool things into my region, like this wood piece right here. Okay. And then I could come over here and do the same thing. Go get my region. Go get my paint fill here. And there's my bridge. Does that look like a bridge? Okay. There's my bridge going over water. Are you with me? Maybe you want a cactus in there, or maybe you want a tree in there. All right, so how do you do a tree? I just showed you how to do the curve. It's on my video. So let's go back here. Let's say you want to do a tree. So go ahead and drag. Start here, drag. Oh, I know what we could do. Since we have water here, how about a little island? How about a little island? And you go into here. All right, you guys may want to hit delete. Why? Why do you think I want to hit delete here? Yeah, now there's no water. And now if I want to go create an island, I don't know what's going to look like an island here. Iceberg? Iceberg. Okay, let's do an iceberg. There's my iceberg. Are you guys with me? And now I can start creating pieces of this map, that whatever my imagination leads me to after the roads. All right? Who understands how to do this? You need at least 16. I'm telling you what, I'll give you extra credit for the more you do over 16. You have to have all pieces of the road. Okay, let's go and review that again. How many pieces do we need? 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus a bridge is 12. Are you with me? So, water, by the way, can water be one of your pieces of tile? Yeah, you can have a bunch of water. All right? Who understands how to do this now? Yes. I don't have to. Whatever you make is okay. You guys tell me, you're the developer. Is it okay? All right. So keep calm and Gimp on. Watch this video.